Good morning, student. Today we are going to see synthesis of phenobarbital. Phenobarbital is basically a sedative and anticoagulant drug. The chemical name of phenobarbital is 5-phenyl 1,3 diazinine 2,4 trione. Basically, phenobarbital is synthesized with the help of benzyl cyanide. First, benzyl cyanide is treated with alcohol followed by acidic hydrolysis. We got basically ethyl phenyl acetate. In this reaction, we see that this cyanide group is basically converted into your ester group. When this ethyl phenyl acetate is reacted with diethyl oxalate, so the portion of diethyl oxalate, this OET, is goes away and hold this portion, that is C double bond O, C double bond O, OET is basically joined to your this carbon and one of the hydrogen removed from here. That's why ETOH goes away in the reaction. Just see here, C double bond O, COOAT join and one of the hydrogen from this carbon gets removed. When this phenyl oxabutonic acid is heated, it undergo basically a decarboxylation, so CO2 group is removed basically from here and we got phenyl malonic ester. We know that in a malonic ester this hydrogen is acidic in nature, so when the phenyl malonic ester is treated with mild base, so for example sodium methoxide or ethoxide followed by treatment of your ethyl bromide, so basically this hydrogen removes and C2H5 comes there. When this compound is reacted with urea, it is going to be a form a heterocyclic linkage, a heterocyclic compound, which is basically nothing but your phenobarbital. Just see here how this cyclization process goes. This is this R is basically your phenyl group and all this structure is written like this way. When it is reacted with urea, the hydrogen on your amine group, NH2 group, which is present on urea, gets removed and OET from your this compound gets removed and hold these two compound joined together. So this is the overall process which is going under this reaction. So property and uses of phenobarbital. It is used in the treatment of all type of seizure. It is the first line choice for the treatment of neonatal seizure. It is used for the alcoholic detoxification in some cases. It relieves cycle of vomiting syndrome. The principal side effect of this drug is it causes sedation and hypnosis condition. So now we are going to see chlorophenicol drug. This is the structure of chlorophenicol drug. The IUPAC name of this drug is 2,2-dichloro N13-dihydroxy 1,4-nitrophenyl propane 2-il acetamide. Now how we can write the structure of this drug by from its name. So first of all, see, it is the derivative of basically acetamide, so we have to write first structure of acetamide. So this is the structure of acetamide, where what is the structure? CH3 C double bond O NH2. In this structure, first we have to replace 2 chlorine with this 2 hydrogen. In a second step, just see here, your this nitrogen, that is acetamide nitrogen, have this linkage, that is 1,3-dihydroxy 1,4-nitrophenyl propane 2-YL. So just see, your this nitrogen is attached to propane at 2 positions. So in this step we write propane structure here and attach this nitrogen on second carbon atom of propane. In next step we are going to see your propane structure have hydroxy group at 1,3 position. So we draw hydroxy group at 1,3 position, and nextly we see that at first carbon of your propane chain, first carbon is also attached to 4-nitrophenyl. So this is your first carbon. So in next step we write 4-nitrophenyl group on this carbon. So it is overall the structure of chlorophenicol. Now how the synthesis of chlorophenicol is taken place. First, benzaldehyde is reacted with 2-hydroxy nitroethane. In 2-hydroxy nitroethane, your hydrogen on this carbon are slightly acidic. That's why the lone pair of this oxygen takes away one of the hydrogen, and whole this part is joined to your this carbon atom and this carbon atom. So what we want to basically say, this carbon and this carbon going to be a form linkage, and both two molecules are clubbed together. In next step we are going to reduce this molecule. When reduction is takes place, basically nitro group is converted into your amine group. Just see here, when this compound then treated with dichloroacetyl chloride. In this reaction, the chlorine atom of dichloroacetyl chloride and hydrogen from your amine group reacted, and going to be an HCl goes off, and whole this dichloroacetyl chloride molecule joined through your nitrogen, which is shown by red part. Then this molecule undergoes treated with acetic anhydride. So when it is treated with acetic anhydride, basically acetylation of your hydroxyl group takes place, so that two group OH get converted into OAC. In next step, nitration of your this phenyl ring is done, followed by deacetylation. So during nitration, NO2 group comes on your benzene ring, and during deacetylation, both this OAC converted into OH. What are the properties and uses of chlorophenicol? It is used in the treatment of typhoid. It is also used in the treatment of staphylococcal brain abscesses. It is used in the treatment of fever in children. The most serious side effect of chlorophenicol is it causes ablastic anemia. Next drug is chloramine T. This is the structure of chloramine T. It is also known as sodium salt of N-chlorotoluene P sulfonamide. So this is the reaction for synthesis of your chloramine T. What are the property and uses of chloramine T? It is effective against mycobacteria such as tuberculosis, foot and mouth diseases, and avian influenza. Chloramine T is capable of inhibiting bacterial growth also. So next topic is synthetic polymer. First of all, what is meant by polymer? Polymers are high molecular weight compound in which each molecule is made up of large number of repeating structural units. These repeating units are called monomers. So basically polymer is nothing but the repetition of monomer in the structure. The process of formation of polymer from monomer is known as basically a polymerization process. There are basically two types of polymerization. First is addition polymerization, second is condensation polymerization. What is the addition polymerization? It is also known as chain growth polymerization also. The process in which unsaturated monomers undergo addition to form a polymer without the loss of, this is important, without the loss of any molecule is called addition polymerization process or addition polymer. Due to the successive addition of monomer, chain length goes on increasing, and so it is also known as chain polymerization or chain growth polymerization. In addition polymerization, there is this statement is very much important. There is no atomic loss, and so molecular weight of the polymer is the integral multiple of molecular weight of the monomer. This type of polymerization is shown by a compound containing vinylic group. Hence it is also known as vinylic polymerization. So addition polymerization either takes place by free radical mechanism or ionic mechanism. Free radical mechanism, now we are going to discuss free radical mechanism for addition polymerization. So in free radical mechanism, basically polymerization is divided into 3 steps. First is initiation, second one is propagation, third one is termination. In initiation step, free radical attacks the pi cloud of vinylic group. Just see here, this is the free radical which attack the pi electron cloud of your vinylic group, leading to the formation of new free radical. So see here, this free radical basically attack on your this pi electron cloud on this vinylic compound and generate a new free radical. In propagation step, the new free radical attacks fresh monomer, forming longer chain. The process continue and long chain radical is formed. This process is repeated again and again. So see here, this new free radical attack another molecule of monomer, going to extend a chain, forming a new free radical, and this process goes on and give you a long straight chain molecule, basically a free radical. Termination may either take place by the combination of radical or by the loss of small radical from the chain. So in this reaction termination process, we see that two growing chain of free radical collide with each other, means they are going to be form a bond, and we got a single molecule which contained repeating unit as a CH2CHX. It is the repeating unit in this polymer. So in the next class we are going to see ionic mechanism for your addition polymerization. Thank you very much.